Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Offside Zone. I'm your old man, Flathead Willie. We got conference championship weeks in, I think, all the realms at this point. Number two in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs, are taking on the Oklahoma Sooners for the SEC championship. And if we move on down the line here to a place in New York called Syracuse. The Syracuse Orange, are trying to win their first ACC championship in a little while. Number 9 in the nation, Pitt takes on Syracuse Orange. September 9th, Charlotte, North Carolina, 8 p.m. for the ACC championship. Head coach Eric Taylor, in his first year with Syracuse, aims to keep that team number 1 in the nation and win the ACC. Now, backing out of here a little bit, we're getting into another dynasty. We're getting into the 3-man dynasty. We got 3 users in this one. Let's see where we're at here. Looks like the Big 12 championship was going to come down. It really hinged on TCU's last game of the year there, and it looks like TCU pulled it out. They are number 9 in the nation. We have a rematch of a few weeks ago between the number 6 and 8 team. Now it's number 9 and 7. And Southern Miss was 8, TCU is 6. TCU's 9, Southern Miss is 7. The Big 12 championship's on the line. Jeremiah Hawkins' first year at Southern Miss. He looks to win the Big 12 championship. Moving on to the Cincinnati Bearcats. Cincinnati. Whoop, you went by them there, Flathead. Cincinnati. Cincinnati's set to take on the number 2 team in the nation, Louisville. So Cincinnati and Parker Shorts, 12-0, 8-0 in the ACC. Louisville, 12-0, 8-0 in the ACC. Something's got to give, ladies and gentlemen. Parker Shorts has been on a tear this entire season. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Miami, and Duke the only teams all year to put double digits on the board against Parker Shorts. Head Coach G heading up to Tennessee Vols down there in the black and orange, the white and orange, the all in orange. We got to figure out what's going on. What happened in the SEC towards the end of the year? It was pretty well a lock between Texas and Tennessee. Head Coach G still hasn't lost to Tennessee. They're 12-0, 8-0 in the conference, number 5 in the nation, taking on number 13, Texas. All these coaches have a big game coming up. SEC championship for Coach G. ACC championship for Parker Shorts. And Jeremiah Hawkins aims at the Big 12 championship his first year with Southern Miss. Georgia Bulldogs are taking on Oklahoma Sooners in another realm for the SEC championship. And Syracuse is taking on Pitt. Big games, championships nonetheless. They don't hand them out to everybody. You got to earn them. So we'll find out. The Heisman watch. Let's take a look. Number 1 leading the Heisman, Joey Hippenhammer, followed up by Trent Adonaje, quarterback for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Tight end for Tennessee, Dante Quinn is 3rd, and Rashawn Childs, halfback number 30. East-West playmaker, Tennessee Vols, 92 overall, is 4th on the Heisman. Award watch list. It's looking like Joey Hippenhammer is going to win the Maxwell Award. It's presented to the Player of the Year. Walter Camp Award. Bear Bryant Coach of the Year. It looks like Dan Lanning's going to pull it down for the Utah Utes. Davey O'Brien, quarterback for Louisville, currently leading. Chuck Bednar. Chad Murphy, defensive tackle. Chad Murphy, Bronco Nagurski. Paycom Jim Thorpe, Barry Zeke. Duke Walker Award, Joey Hippenhammer. Fred Belt. Fred Belitnikoff Award, Rashad Atwell. Lombardi Award, Chad Murphy. Johnny Unitas Award, that quarterback from Louisville, is at the top of the charts. UCLA's leading edge rusher, left guard from Liberty. For the Broyles Award, as you can see there. We're going to go down through until we got Cincinnati, Parker McCants, Mike linebacker. For the Dick Butkus Award, Remington Trophy goes to Jacquez Fuqua, center. Lou Groza Award, Shane Kitchings, kicker, Tennessee. Ray Guy Award goes to the punter for Colorado State. Jet Award, Joey Hippenhammer. Sean Alexander Award, looks like it could go to Trent Adonijay for the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. The only award that Jeremiah Hawkins and club are taking home. They're aiming to take home a Big 12 championship. The Vols are aiming for the SEC championship. Put it in the case, they matter. And in the SEC, it just means more. You know that. The Central USA, well, no, that wasn't where we were at. The American Conference. Yes, Tulane. It looks like Tulane and North Texas are going to, I think, let me look at this here. I got to check out team schedule. Tulane looks to play taking on North Texas instead of Old Dominion. Where we at here? Tulane. You know, and this is the Central USA Conference that really got shaken up there at the end. With Tulane being 7-1 in conference and North Texas being 6-2. That puts them in the American Conference Championship. And what is striking about that is Rice finished. I don't know where I got Old Dominion. I think I said Old Dominion. Rice finished 10-2 on the year, 6-2 in conference. But they what happened there? Did they lose, folks? We don't follow the American Conference, but what exactly happened to Rice? Okay, North Texas and Tulane both beat them, which is how this happened. North Texas, congratulations on making it to the American Championship. But they're set, as you can see there. We'll browse down through them. The ACC, we've covered. The Big 12, we've covered. Big 10. Michigan and Nebraska are going to lock up. Central USA looks like Sleeping Forest and Middle Tennessee. Independence, no conference championship there. MAC championship looks like Kent State's going to try to defend it there. They were 11-0 last week, and looks like they took a loss the last week of the season, which might be enough to knock them out of the playoffs. We'll see. But Kent State takes on Ball State for the MAC championship. The Mountain West Conference, the Utah Utes. Dan Lanning sitting at 12-0, 8-0 in conference, taking on San Diego State for the Mountain West championship. Pac-12, Washington State. SEC, we know what's going down there. The Sun Belt, Coastal Carolina. Chanticleers, how you want to say it? It doesn't matter to me. The Teal Turfers are taking on San Jose State for the Sun Belt Conference Championship. That's pretty much all we got to wrap up these seasons, folks. You all have a great afternoon and a better evening. I'm your old man, Flathead Willie. This is the Offside Zone, and we're out.